Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. And today, I'm going to tackle about anecdotal report and portfolio assessment. But let's start first in anecdotal report. What do you think is an anecdotal report, Emily?
It is the record of the student, yung personal record.
Okay, very good. An anecdotal record is an observational strategy utilized every now and again in classroom settings, in which the onlooker condenses a solitary formative episode after a occasion has happened. An anecdotal record is a teacher's tool used to document specific events or behavior of students. It provides brief, factual account of what really happened or usually after the event, focusing in particular event aspect of students' development or learning. Gaya ng ginawa natin sa Barabo National High School, di ba pinagawa tayong mga klase ng anecdotal report tungkol sa isang estudyante about ang anecdotal report is about name, age, address, mothers, fathers, or guardian's name. Ano? Guardian, mother, or guardian's name. And also, nilalagay natin doon kung ano yung observe natin. For example, yung isang estudyante is word level lang siya. Isulat natin doon sa word level lang yung itong estudyante nito. And also, meron tayong intervention o pabasahin natin yung isang bata para may development siya sa na i-record natin sa anecdotal report. Anecdotal records allow teacher to, number one, assess development in physical, social, cognitive, and emotional areas. Example, a teacher observes a student share toys with a classmate during playtime, which reflects social and emotional development. And also number two, learn more about the child as an individual. For example, yung isang child is yung gusto niyang book is yung tungkol about sa space lang. So, yung child na ito ay ma-interest siya sa astronomy subject. Yun yung learn more about the child as an individual, kung ano yung interest niya, kung saan siya, kung gusto ba niya yung interpersonal, kung gusto niya bang makipaghalubilo. And number three, identify the interest of the group or the individual. For example, itong mga estudyante na ito is, hindi sila gaganahan na yung discussion ng si teacher at sila makikinig lang. Gusto nila yung learning by doing ba or hands-on learning, yung sila yung gumagawa ng learning. For example, sila yung mag-discover ng learning nila. Yun yung identify the interest for a group or the individual. And number four, remember information. For example, a certain child solve complex math problem independently. And for your teacher, you will record it for your future references na itong child na to is nakapag-solve siya ng math problem independently or nakayanan niya sa ganun pang level, nakayanan niya na mag-solve ng math problem na mag-isa lang at walang tumulong sa kanya. And also, show progress and share information. For example, itong child na, for example, there is a certain child na struggle in letter recognition. But over time, began identifying letters confidently. Yun yung example ng show progress and share information. Isulat mo na yung estudyante mo is nag-improve. Hindi siya makapag-identify ng letter recognition, but nakapag-identify na siya ng letters. I-share mo to during teacher or parent conferences or HRPTE meeting. Do you understand, everyone?
Yes!
Okay. And assess the curriculum, number 6. For example, yung curriculum is masyadong mahirap. So, kailangan mo siyang i-chunk ito smaller pieces para yung madaling ma-digest ng student or madali silang maka-learn kapag breakdown din. Breakdown yung lesson. Oh, unpack mo yung lessons para madali silang maintindihan at maka-learn sila sa i-discuss ng teacher. And number 7, gather data to drive various decisions. If ang child is consistently struggles during group activities, the teacher might adjust their approach to support the child's collaborative settings. For example, yung isang student is mahirapan talaga siyang makipag-socialize with his or her classmates during group activities. First, as a teacher, you will adjust your approach na pwede mong i-adjust na, oh, ito lang yung gagawin mo o mag-provide ka ng differentiated of instruction para rin matuto yung mga bata at their own pace or also. And Number 8, provide information regarding a child's development over a period of time. For example, yung bata is hindi siya marunong bumasa at may intervention kang ginawa, kapag nag-end na yung school year is masusulat mo o ma-document mo sa kanyang anecdotal report or anecdotal record na nag-improve yung bata at natuto na siyang bumasa dahil sa intervention na ginawa ng teacher. And number 10, capture observation of significant behaviors that capture observations of significant behavior that might otherwise be lost. And teacher notices that students displaying a hindi siya nahihirapan siya sa mga writing tasks or mga worksheets na pinapagawa mo. As a teacher, meron kang kailangan mong i-cater yung mga needs ng students. For example, gagawa ka ng focus support for his or her lang talaga na kapag in-enter mo yung needs ng student is matututo sila at their own lang. Kasi yung mga ibang student kasi is nahihirapan silang sa mga tests, kaya kailangan nila yung intervention ba ng teacher na para matuto sila agad or para matuto sila at their own lang. And number 11, provide ongoing documentation of learning that may be shared with students, parents, and teacher. For example, gagawa ka ng portfolio, anecdotal records, which mag-discuss ka during teacher parent conference or HRPT meeting about the child achievements or areas of growth. Kung meron pang kailangan i-improve ng bata. For example, itong batang ito, nahihirapan talaga siya sa pagbabasa. Meron namang mga intervention na ginagawa ng DepEd or yung Catch Up Friday or mayroong pabasa sa kanilang classroom na ginagawa ng teacher intended for them na hindi talaga marunong bumasa, yung needs pa ng improvement. But yung achievements, for example, kapag itong bata na to is nanalo siya, ilalagay mo sa anecdotal records na nakapag-solve siya ng ganun, nakapagsagot siya sa mga worksheets na pinasagutan mo sa kanya. And do you understand, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, let's proceed now to portfolio assessment. Please read, everyone.
All the Mayor 1991 to 16. They define a portfolio as for purposeful collection of students' work that exhibits students' efforts, progress, and achievement in one or more areas. Winsor and Ellison, 1995, page 68. Portfolio is a fusion of process and product. If it is the process of reflection, selection, visualization, and evaluation together with the product of those processes.
Portfolio assessment is a method of evaluating a student's learning and progress to a purposeful collection of their work over time. When we say portfolio, it's the compilation or the collection of students' work, best work nila to over a period of time or unit or quarter unit. And this to showcase their talent also, the use of portfolio. And according to Collins, 1992, a container of collected evidence with a purpose. Evidence is a documentation that can be used one person or group persons to infer another person's knowledge, skill, or disposition. Instead of focusing solely on text or single assessments, this approach considers a range of evidence showcasing the student's efforts, achievements, and growth in specific areas. For example, yung mga works nila, ipakompile mo sa kanila for example, first quarter, second quarter, hanggang fourth quarter, yung mga best work nila, ipapakompile mo para makita mo yung progress at yung efforts na binigay nila sa kanilang portfolio. And there are two types of portfolio. Number one, showcase. Students select and submit their best work. The showcase portfolio emphasizes the product of learning. It's about the final outcome of students. For example, a certain student select her or his best creative artwork to display in a classroom museum activity nila in the classroom. For example, it showcase their talents. And type of portfolio is it was the product of the final polished outcomes that reflect their abilities. And another example, in arts, a student selects their most detailed painting and award-winning sculpture. Ma-showcase nila yung talent nila dun sa mga drawing, di ba, TMs? And number 2 is developmental. Students select and submit pieces of work that can show evidence of growth or chance over time. The growth portfolio emphasizes the process of learning. When we say growth portfolio, it's about rather than just a outcome. This type of portfolio highlights the journey rather than just the final outcome. It's about the journey of a student, their efforts, the process, kung ano yung ginawa nila. For example, yung estudyante is mali yung sagot niya sa mga pinasagot mo. At the end, meron kang nilagay na corrected version of it. Kapag nalaman o binasa na yun ng estudyante, kapag papasagot ka ulit ng ganun, is matututo na siya at alam na niya yung tama sa mali. For example, at least, the example of this is with stage progress like worksheet showing improved word recognition. Final achievements such as successfully reading a short story and answering comprehension questions correctly. The difference between them is ang showcase is about the final product and the development is about the process of learning. Do you understand, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's have an activity.
Yes.
Okay, please read, everyone.
The class will be divided into two groups. Each of them will have a chance to hit the can. The first one to hit the can and standing upright will have the chance to write the correct spelling of the word. The group with the highest points will be the winner.
This will be the group 1. And this will be the group 2. Pero kumaon, divide natin siya. Meron na po. Butang circle dyan. Group 1. Linyang group 1. Linyang. Kanya ka po. Diri kasi.
Nyabutong China. Ito ako ginagputa mo. Ganun mo, parang tayo nagsimulan. Luloy na kasi Ruel. Panalo niyo. Orowell. Group 1 pa na kayo. Ingat mo ba? Hoy, kami, boy, Loy. Group 1 mo, no? Doon na ilo. Doon, huwag ka mong score ba? Lupad yun. Ang good doon, Paul. Hoy, depensa naman. sa diklik. Gani. Bantay. Madali! Ako pa.
Pansi yamin. Kasi ka lang sa Adil. Wow, si Gwen, acknowledging the arrival of our own very own. Ako ang sihatag na natin.
Sige, tamang tindahin. Sige. Balag mo yan. Dennis! Bert, duha na to amo ha? Group 1 upat, group 2 upat, duha na lang, last na.
Nagdungan.
Daogan group 2.
Yes! Dami na!
Tama. 30, 40 points. And group 2 got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Bago na ako sa number 1 dali ang atong number 1 ang group 1 man nakauna so sila mag-answer. Ay sorry. Ikaw sa Dennis. 1, 2, 3 go. Okay, got 10 points. And sa group 2 na ako, group 1 mo ginapon.
Sesame.
Next.
Portfolio. Kami pa man.
Number
Report na. Mali lang pa. Isa naman, last na sila. Kami na dayo. yun. Oo, kami na.
1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5.
Oh, unsa man na, pe? Unsa man na? Unsa man na? Unsa man na? Oy, pag-bisa
Kaya
ka
kung
po
tayo
kami
sa
ha.
portfolio kagayin na.
Kami.
Last 10. Then next day, last na na.
Walang man tong case.
Development.
Walang case.
Oh.
Ano?
Wala siyang
Thank you.
Ito na lahat ang score niyo guys.
Oh, gabot na.
Di ba? 10 na 1 at 10 na lang ang 1 ng ano kabawal mo. Bilang bigas.
Ako na daw.
80 mo tanan. That's all. Thank you guys for your active participation.
case.